You're standing at a counter. The jacket you're wearing has seen 3 winners, and it shows. The cuffs have gone soft. The color faded to something between gray and apology. You're waiting to ask a simple question. The clerk looks up. Her eyes land on your face for maybe half a second. Then they drop. Shoes. Back up. And somewhere in that little round trip, something gets decided. She doesn't decide it on purpose. She's not cruel. She just reads you, the way you'd read a price tag without meaning to. And the number she comes back with is low. Next, she says, to the person behind you. You didn't get skipped for anything you said. You haven't said a word yet. You got skipped because of a glance, a half-second flick of the eyes that ran down your body, checked your clothes against some invisible chart, and filed you under later. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Before you open your mouth, before you have a name or a job or a story, strangers have already priced you. They do it in the time it takes to blink, and they treat you exactly according to that price, all day, in 1,000 small ways you stopped noticing years ago. So let's climb. Same face, same person underneath. We change one thing, how you look, and watch the whole world rearrange itself around the number in a stranger's eyes. Level 1, the bottom, worn shoes, a hood, clothes that don't fit because they weren't bought to fit. They were bought because they were $7. Walk into a store like this and you feel it before you see it. A shift. The employee near the door stops restocking and starts walking. Not toward you, exactly, just near you. 2 aisles over, always 2 aisles over, the whole time you're inside. You pick something up to read the label. The glance lands on your hands. You put it down. You pick it up again. The glance comes back, heavier. At this level, the eyes don't ask, "Can I help you?" They ask, "What are you going to do?" You're not a customer. You're a risk, a thing to be managed until you leave. And it costs you in ways that never show up on a receipt. You pay in the extra minute you wait while 3 people who came after you get helped first. You pay when the shelf price and the register price don't match, and nobody's in a hurry to fix it for you. You pay in the door that swings shut 2 feet before you reach it, because the person ahead didn't look back. Looking back would have meant they registered you as worth the half second. The same eyes that would flick up and warm for the right coat go flat and watchful for yours. Here's what that treatment is actually saying. It's not that they hate you. Hatred would mean they saw you. This is colder. You're not a person being disrespected. You're a problem being watched. Level 2. You've upgraded. Clean shirt, jeans that fit, plain sneakers that are new. Nothing worn, nothing torn. You look like most people look. Fine, normal, unremarkable. And something strange happens. The watching stops. Nobody follows you now. The employee by the door goes back to restocking and doesn't clock you at all. Feels like a win. It isn't, because the glance still comes. That same half-second flick, up and down, and now it does something worse than suspect you. It finishes early. It runs down your clothes, finds nothing that moves the number, and stops looking. You've been read, priced around a regular paycheck, and shelved. You're not a threat here. You're furniture. You stand at the counter, and the 2 staff behind it keep talking to each other. You lift a hand slightly. Nothing. Not because they're ignoring you on purpose. Their eyes genuinely slide off you, the way water slides off a surface it can't hold. Ask a question. You get the short answer. The one that ends the conversation instead of opening it. You get pointed, not walked. It's over there. The same eyes that watched you like a hawk at level 1 can't seem to find you at all now. And here's the line worth sitting with. Indifference is just contempt that got too comfortable to perform. Nobody's rude to you at level 2. That takes effort, and you're not worth the effort yet. Level 3. Now we add signal. A watch, a real one, steel, nothing loud, but it has weight when it catches the light. A jacket that's actually your size, cut clean, shoes that were cared for, small things. Cheap enough that most people at level 2 could reach them if they chose to. And the glance changes direction. For the first time, it doesn't just run down and stop. It runs down, catches on the watch, and comes back up to your face. That's new. At levels 1 and 2, the eyes never return to your face. No reason to. Now there's a reason. Now they're checking whether the face matches the wrist. The staff finish their conversation. One walks over. "You doing all right today?" A question that opens instead of closes. You get walked to the thing instead of pointed at it. The same eyes that couldn't find you 30 seconds ago now find you first. Nothing about you changed. You have the same balance you had at level 2, maybe less, because the watch cost you. But the number in the stranger's head jumped, and their whole posture moved with it. They stand straighter. They call you sir. They apologize for a weight that, one outfit ago, you'd have eaten in silence. You're not respected here. Understand that. You're just probably fine. Probably solvent. Probably worth the polite version. The lowest tier of being seen. But after 2 levels of being watched and then erased, probably fine feels like sunlight. Level 4. Tailored now. The jacket cut to your shoulders, the fabric with a quiet richness, shoes of leather that took someone an hour to finish. Nothing screams. Everything costs, and you stop having to ask for things. That's the shift. Below level 4, you request, and they respond. At level 4, they approach. You walk in, and someone peels off from the back and comes to you, because the glance, that same half-second read, now returns a number high enough that ignoring you would be a mistake, and they know it. They remember your name after you say it once. They bring you the better option before you ask. The price gets softer. For you, we can do something on that. Rules that were iron at level 1 turn to suggestions. Out of stock becomes, let me check the back. Store policy becomes, let me see what I can do. The same door that swung shut in your face at the bottom is now held open by a stranger who saw you coming from 30 feet and decided you were worth the reach. None of this is about your character. They don't know your character. They know your collar, your watch, your shoes, and the way clothes that fit make a person stand. That's the entire data set. And on that alone, they've promoted you from problem to guest. You're not served because you're good. You're served because you look expensive. And expensive is a language every stranger speaks fluently. Level 5. Here it gets strange, because the signals get quieter, not louder. No logos, no shine. A knit most people would walk past, a coat with no visible brand, but the cut is precise, and the material moves like water, and the people who know. At this level, the glance splits in 2. Most strangers read you as level 3, maybe 4. Nice, tidy, comfortable. They miss it entirely. But the ones trained to see it, the good salesperson, the maitre d', the person whose whole job is reading money off a body, their eyes catch on details a normal person can't even name. The stitching, the drape, the watch you're deliberately not showing. And those people change completely. The same staff who gave everyone else the polite script give you the quiet one. Less talking, more doing. They stop selling to you, because selling would be an insult. You're clearly not someone who needs convincing. They just remove friction. The chair appears. The weight doesn't. The best seat was somehow always yours. The same eyes that lit up at the flashy watch 2 levels down go calm and careful here, because loud money can be faked, and quiet money usually can't. You've crossed a line most people never see. Below it, you dress to be noticed. Above it, you dress to be recognized, and only by the people who matter. Everyone else is allowed to underestimate you. That's not a bug. That's the point. Level 6. Nothing about you is trying anymore. The clothes are good but soft, a little worn on purpose, the way things get when you've owned them long enough not to care. No new money shine, no effort you'd notice. You look like you were simply always here, and the glance stops checking. That's the tell of this level. At every tier below, the eyes ran their little audit. Up, down, back to the face, run the number. Here they don't audit. They assume. You walk into a room, and strangers make space without deciding to. The staff don't approach to serve you, and they don't approach to watch you. They wait to be summoned, because approaching uninvited would be presumptuous, and some part of them has already decided you're someone it'd be dangerous to presume about. You get called by the wrong, grander title, and nobody corrects it. Doors open before your hand comes up. And the strangest part, people apologize to you for things that aren't your fault and weren't theirs either. A stranger bumps you, and they say, sorry, twice, and mean it. The same species of stranger who watched you 2 aisles over at the bottom now steps aside on the sidewalk without looking up, the way you'd move for weather. Here's the line to sit with. At the bottom, you're guilty until proven harmless. At the top, you're important until proven otherwise, and no one is ever going to bother proving otherwise. Level 7. Now the clothes carry something past money. There's a severity to them. Dark, exact, expensive, in a way that reads less like wealth and more like consequence. You look like someone whose time has a price and whose displeasure has a cost. And strangers physically change around you. They straighten. Mid-slouch, mid-yawn. They catch sight of you and their spine finds itself. Voices drop half a register. The person who was strolling starts moving with purpose the second they clock you coming. You've stopped being someone to serve. You've become someone to not disappoint. The glance barely happens now. It's a flinch more than a look, up and away, because holding eye contact too long would feel like a challenge, and no one wants to challenge you before they know who you are. You get protected. A stranger steps between you and the noise, the crowd, the problem, without being asked. Mistakes get walked back before you finish noticing them. That won't happen again arrives before you complain. The same eyes that once buzzed you at a register, that once slid off you like furniture, now drop when they meet yours. Not from shame, from instinct. You're not liked at this level. Liking is for equals. You're deferred to, which is a colder and far more useful thing, and you did it without a word. Level 8, the top. And here the whole game turns inside out, because at the top, you stop dressing up at all. Plain shirt, no watch, shoes a level 2 clerk would sneer at. And it doesn't matter, because the treatment no longer comes from your clothes. It comes from the space around you. The person half a step behind, the way a room reorganizes when you enter, the fact that someone already knows your name and got here before you did to make sure the number was right. At every level below, you sent a signal and strangers priced it. At level 8, the signal arrives before you do. The look isn't on your body anymore. It's in the air you walk in on. The glance still happens. But now it's other people glancing at you, trying to work out who you must be to be treated like this in a plain shirt. The same world that watched you, erased you, then slowly, grudgingly served you, now simply rearranges itself. Rules bend, lines vanish. The word no stops being available to the people around you. You've reached the level where the costume comes off and the treatment stays, which should tell you something about what the costume was ever really for. Now go back to the counter. Same one. The worn jacket, 3 winters old, cuffs gone soft. The clerk looks up. Her eyes land on your face for half a second, drop to your shoes, and slide past you to the person behind. Next, nothing has changed. Same face you've had this whole time. Same person underneath every outfit we climbed through. The watch didn't make you smarter. The tailored coat didn't make you kinder. You were the identical human at level 1 and level 8. The only thing that moved was the number a stranger read off your body in half a second. That's the part worth keeping. Every glance you caught today, at every level, you thought someone was seeing you. They weren't. They were running a credit check with their eyes. They read the fabric, guessed the price, and treated the price. The person inside the clothes never entered into it. The system that watched you at the bottom and bowed at the top isn't broken. It's doing precisely what it was built to do. Sort humans by their packaging, fast, before anyone has to find out who they actually are. So the next time a stranger's eyes flick down and then away, and something in you shrinks, remember what they're looking at. Not you, never you, just the price tag you happen to be wearing that day.